Almighty back in the building. What's good? We got the fam, Raf Almighty and Guy Grams on the show tonight. Shout out to Elite Sound International, you know what I mean? Shout out to all the sponsors, of course, you know what I mean? Snow Goons, Creative Juices Music, you know what I mean? Blaze 'em Up Radio, Smiley the Ghetto Child, Vinyl Frontier, the usual suspects, you know what I mean? Hope everybody's having a good week. Gonna be a dope show. Make sure you check out the Bag album from Raf Almighty and Guy Grams. Brought to you by Big Bob, you know what I mean? Make sure to check that out. Shit's hot. Peace. Peace to everybody. Tune in.
There I go. What up? What up, Supreme Almighty? What's good, my brother?
Good, man. It's been a minute, bro. Glad to see you again. You know what I mean?
Likewise, brother. Likewise, brother. You know how we do, man. It's a family thing, man. So I always love catching this one, brother.
You already know. You want to try to invite Guy Grams. Not sure if he's seen it and whatnot.
He should be on point because he called me, so he should be on point. I told him, that 9 o'clock, turn on the Instagram, he should be on here, son. What's good, though?
Yo, I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Maintaining it. You know what I mean? I'm glad you're doing good and shit.
Get a chance to check out the new project, though?
Hell yeah. That shit's bumping, bro. That shit was fire.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Just another one. I thought I told you in the viewers before that me and Grams and Bob had something that we was gonna creep up with y'all with, man. And it's finally here, my brother.
Word, yo, word. Yeah, we definitely gonna get into that, yo, cause that shit was heat, bro. He straight up and down, you know what I mean? So we definitely gonna talk about that. Let me invite him again real quick.
Straight up, yo, shout out, to the Cars Face Up podcast, my brother, man. I see you, boy.
Peace.
That's my brother Ty Hill, man. Never Baltimore veteran, yo.
No doubt, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Big Bob too, man. I know he
shout out to the Big Bob one.
Word.
Grab should be on there though, yo. He should be turning on his Instagram. I ain't sure if he used to all these invites, yo. You know we ain't computer savvy like that, yo. You know we from the hood.
Yeah, trust me. And I'm still getting used to all this shit too myself. Trust.
Hey, bro, you've been doing a great job though, man. You know I've been checking out some of your interviews. There go Grams.
I appreciate that, brother. Straight up and down, you know.
It said Grams joint. How come I can't say him?
I got him right now. He's hopping in right quick.
All right, my brother. Then we can get this bill going, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you already know.
I've been waiting all fucking night, you know what I'm saying? Getting lifted. Guinness the night, y'all. Guinness the night.
Oh, shit. Word.
It's a Guinness Friday. What up, Indigo Phoenix?
Indigo Peace.
We see the crib and shit. There you go.
God,
he did it. Technology ain't alive.
Word.
What's up, Tilly? Yo, you had it right. Yo, turn the phone back around, bro. You had it right, yo. Yo,
yeah.
We ready to get built. Yo, we can see.
Y'all can see me?
Yo, we can see you, yo.
Peace. It won't let me turn this shit around, yo. I'm a
yo,
king.
it's that little circle joint. It's the circle joint, yo. I was a little crazy. I just said we not computer savvy, yo.
Yeah, no, I don't see it. Even my lady was like, nah, I don't see no way to turn it around. So it's all good.
It is what it is, Grams. Peace, my brother.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. As long as we can see you and shit while we doing this, we all, you know what I mean? We all holding it down and whatnot.
What up?
Once again, yo, good to meet you, Guy, for the first time. You know what I'm saying? I know Raf for a minute. So, you know what I'm saying? Good to finally meet you and whatnot.
Salute. Likewise, you know what I mean? I see y'all doing your thing and, you know what I mean? Different rappers promoting and, you know, and I appreciate what y'all do for the underground as well, you know?
Yeah, we all got to stick together. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about at the end of the day and shit.
Indeed.
It's all love.
Words. Yo, let's set this off. So for those that don't know who y'all is, why don't y'all set it off? Let them know where you represent and your names and all that, just in case.
Yo, you know I'm Raf Almighty. If you don't know, one half of the Mighty Mighty Dirt Platoon, representing B-More all day and hip hop in general, yo.
Word up, yo. I'm Guy Grams, you know, Mr. Gramzilla, Mr. Consigliere, you know what I mean, representing Baltimore as well, you know what I mean, Raf Almighty, that's my brother. So my brother in rhyme and shit, you know, we've been getting busy for 10 plus years, 20 years now, you know what I mean? So that's what we do. And like I say, I appreciate all the people following and tuning into this joint right now.
Word, salute y'all. We love y'all, yo.
Word up. Can't do this without y'all, for real.
Yeah, yo, love is love. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, anyone that takes time out their day to support somebody, yo, you gotta give them love and respect at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody that tunes in and everybody that supports y'all and whatnot. Yeah, it's well deserved on y'all end because y'all really got that heat. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's well worth it. It ain't like they buying some bullshit or something, you know what I mean? Like, they really support y'all. I see how they support y'all pages, especially Rap, man, because Rap is online all the time, really pushing that positive vibes and at the same time staying live with the hip-hop shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to give you a salute to that.
Salute you. Salute to you, my brother. Salute to you, my brother.
You already know, man. So, like, I got an opportunity because I know Rap for a while and shit. So, I kind of backtracked a little to Guy Grams stuff so I get a little more feedback on stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm all here and there and shit. So, it's kind of hard for me to really keep up as much as I would like to. But I did get a chance to peep some of your shit, man. And, yo, definitely fire. Like, I know I heard you on previous rap joints and I might have heard some other shit. But, yo, that war metal shit, that shit bump. So I just had to throw that out there and get that little praise right quick. For those that did it.
Shout out to my brother, the Prospect. He did all the production on that War Metals. If y'all ain't familiar with War Metals, tap into that Gramzilla. Of course, the new bag, you know what I mean? All that. The Fugitive Handbook, the Consigliere, all them projects are fire. You know what I mean? And the trilogy, check out my brother Raf Almighty trilogy albums. You know, 3 albums we dropped last year with Big Bob. You know what I mean? So, you know, we definitely been working, you know what I mean? And if you just catching on or you still keeping up, you know what I mean? Like, yo, it's peace and love, you know what I mean?
Hey, yo, Grams, if you don't mind me adding, yo, like, yo, that fucking, his pen, I've been telling him, yo, Grams' pen been on fire, right? But that fucking, I'm glad you said it, yo, that War Metals, yo, his pen was on another level, like a whole other level. So when I listen to War Metals, even though I'm a part of it, right? When I listen to this shit, it's like that's not my friend. I become a fan of him and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he ain't my brother no more. He transformed into Guy Grams, the fucking superstar, and I love that War Metals, yo. I'm glad you mentioned that, yo.
I appreciate you here for real, you know what I mean?
Yo, I keep that shit when you walk in my apartment, yo. I keep that shit on where my Legend CDs at. War Metals is up there, bro.
Yo, that's fucking dope, man. Word. That's what I'm saying. That's what I love about this hip hop shit. You know what I mean? Like, everybody supports everybody, even though, you know what I mean, y'all from the same clique and all that and whatnot, but y'all still hold each other down the way you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't just be the yes man. You know what I mean? Because that's the real side. I can't stand the yes man, man. If you just sit here saying yes to everything, ain't nobody gonna get better of his shit. Sometimes you gotta stand back real quick and tell a nigga like, yo, you trash.
Yeah, you trash.
You know what I'm saying?
Just not to add, might I add too, out of all my solo albums, there's only one that Grams is not a part of.
Word up. Yo, and I want to add on to that too, is that if your people, if your man, if your fam, if they ain't shooting you straight, if they can't tell you like what it really is, then who can? You know what I mean? And you don't want to be with, that ain't your crew if they can't tell you like what it really is, you know what I mean? So I like that too, that's a good character trait right there.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, as Rap know, I've been doing the show for a minute and whatnot, and honestly, I get hit up all the time for these trap artists and all this bullshit. Everybody want to be on it. It's like, I'm not with it. I don't give a fuck how much money you giving me. I ain't doing it. That's not what we here for. We for the hip-hop community, you know what I mean? And really trying to hold this shit down. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can fucking toss money at somebody, be like, yeah, the top on this shit, but I ain't all that, man.
Yo, and continue to do that, and we salute you for that, yo. And please keep your integrity, yo. That shit cannot be bought. Some things in life, they ain't no cost. You know what I mean? So,
Facts, facts. You ain't lying about that. Let's read up. So, yeah, so just to give you that little praise about your album and whatnot. And by the way, I fucking love the cover on that shit. That kung fu shit was fucking fire. Like that's my shit. So I had to give you praise on that as well. But yeah, so yeah, I figured we talk a little bit about this newer project, man, because I was listening to it like all week and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Really trying to get tuned with it and shit. Because I like to be more what do you call it, like, really dig into it before I really can give a review about shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just I don't want to give y'all no bullshit. Like,
Right.
So straight up. So first off, I want to ask some questions and shit for those that might have had similar questions that you might want to ask. So who came up with the title and who came up with the idea for the cover?
Shit. I'll answer. I'll start first. This is the bag, the Big Almighty Grams. The first album was the Almighty Grams introducing ourselves. Pardon me. The second installment is the Almighty Grams introducing Big Bob along with us. So it was only right to name it the bag, the Big Almighty Grams.
Yeah, Big Bob, Raf Almighty Guy Grams, you know what I mean? So yeah, Almighty Grams, myself, Guy Grams, and Raf Almighty, we formed to make the Almighty Grams. So yeah, the idea from the bag came in, including Bob, which makes it the bag, the Big Almighty Grams, you know what I mean? So it's about getting the bag because, in today's culture, everybody's getting the bag, getting to the da-da-da-da-da. So like, we flipped it on you like that, but also it's a play on the name, on all our own names. And you know what I mean? So we that's kind of a double entendre right there, you know what I mean?
And when it comes to the cover, Grams, I leave it up to him to find the covers of our albums and shit, because he come up with some dope ass art. So if you check the first Almighty Grams, we got like the little kid versions of us and shit. You know what I mean? So follow up. Yeah, so for the follow up, we wanted to do something a little bit more fancier, but I'm not gonna say fancier, but we wanted to do something a little bit more intricate and stay with the kids. And we found this art right here, and I think that shit fitting. You know what I'm saying? The little dude, the little black dude going up for the dunk, but Grams, the Italian still putting the block on. So it's like, which one who gonna win? You know what I'm saying? It's the little deal. Am I going fucking hook that ball and the bitch go in, or was Grams going bat my shit down? You never know. So listen to the album.
I'll take it a step further and say, we grew a lot from the first Almighty Grams album. So if your listeners ain't familiar, this is the second installment, of the Almighty Grams. So as like them kids on the cover of the first album, we grew since this one. So they're them little kids that are grown up now, you know what I mean? So just as we grew as people and artists in between the creation process of this, project.
That's a dope answer. I like that, Grams. I like that better.
Word. I'm gonna say this though. You straight up fucking hit me in the head with that shit. I ain't gonna lie, because like the fact that you broke it down to the letters in the actual word, that's fucking crazy. I never would have thought some shit like you know what I mean? Like
I came up with that idea. Hey, Grams, didn't I come up with that on my mom's porch?
Word. Yo, I gotta give that one to Raf Almighty. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think we were just sitting back and I was vibing on my beach porch. Another one of my inventive spots, my creative spaces, and came up with the idea, and it just fit.
And and it's a lot of power in numbers and letters. You know what I mean? So we talk about that shit often too. So you know what I mean? It's dope how we flipped it and how you caught it. So you know what I mean? Salute to you as well.
Word.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit we're talking about, though, man. Like that's where it kind of distinguishes y'all from other people, because you know what I'm saying, anybody can throw a title together, but the fact that you really went in depth with the shit, like, you know what I'm saying, that's crazy, man. Like, to most niggas, it might sound simple as fuck, but you know what I'm saying. But really think about it. It's intricate, you know what I'm saying? Because you really sat there and actually took that time and effort, and you know what I'm saying. That, yeah, man, I love that.
The most intricate and unique shit be the most simplest things.
Yeah, that's true. It's true, and it's sometimes creatively things just fit together nice. You know what I mean? Sometimes shit just falls right into place. So when I build with my brother Raf, a lot of times shit just creatively falls right into place where it needs to be. I think that's because of the chemistry between us. You know, we rock well together, and you know what I mean? It's like a give and take thing. So like, shit just falls right into place. We always make magic when we go to the lab or when we hit the stage, and you know what I mean? And y'all, I could trust and believe in that, you know what I mean? And so can y'all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, that shit's crazy. I like that, yo. That definitely makes me appreciate the album more too. Just hearing, see that this is what I try to do, man. Because I feel like there's so many backstories to shit that gets overlooked, or maybe just tucked under the rug. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of shit. If you're a fan of hip hop, there's so many Easter eggs and shit that really kind of brings the shit, you know what I mean? Like more flavor to it. So that I appreciate the fuck out of that, man. Cause that shit.
We appreciate you asking, you know what I mean? Because you care enough to inquire, so you're gonna get the jewels and the gems, you know what I mean? So you gotta know enough to know, something about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yo, y'all just blessed me with that shit straight up and down. So that's ill, man. I was gonna ask y'all the next question for y'all was who picked the beats? You know what I mean? Because generally I know, you know what I mean, the producer sends you beats and you might just be like, whatever, I'll spit some shit on it to see where it goes. Or it goes the other way where the artist picks specifically certain beats. Like, cause y'all a duo in this shit. So y'all both kind of had to agree in order for it to work with the chemistry. So did y'all pick the beats, or was it said to you when you like, we're just gonna fuck this shit up regardless of what we get?
Yo, how me and Bob work is I tell him where my ideas at this time. It was where me and Graham's ideas was.
Really through the process, I don't mean to cut you off, is that Raf definitely got his hands on the beats, the Big Bob beats first, being that they've been working together, salute the Elite Sound International. But, then Raf the ones that he was feeling, like when he was taking his daily walks or doing his thing, he would be banging the beats. The ones that he was feeling, he would blast over to me. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm thinking this determination or this joint or this the one, you know what I mean? So sometimes, I'd be like, yo, I don't know about this one, but this one is hitting the mark. You know what I mean? So, really, Raf was quarterbacking a lot of the production, and of course I had to, give my okay, you know what I mean? But yo, we kind of like-minded too, production wise. Like we like that hard boom bap, raw drums, big loud shit. So, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing. So me and Yo, we kind of got a similar idea creatively, where we want the end result to be. So that's another reason why the shit comes out seamlessly.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. Like, Bob kind of sent me a batch of beats, but my little daily movement to get my papers, get my whatever, I was banging them. And I'm like, all right, these are the ones I'm going to put to the side for the bag. This is what I'm putting to the side for the Big Almighty. This is what I'm putting to the side for Once Upon a Time. So I kind of knew where I was going to throw those beats. So that's how that went. You know what I'm saying? The bag, we had the beats. Grams, I know he's a fucking monster. So once I throw an idea at him, I throw a fucking beat at him. We agree to the beat. We're going to be in the studio in like 2 days.
That's it. Yo, sometimes, we'll go to the lab, say like Tuesday, we're going to the lab. I might have my one rhyme for, 89 verse or whatever, right? And then Yo will just hit me real quick, like, you got a verse for freelance? And I know damn well I don't got no verse for freelance yet. I'll be like, yeah, I'll be ready on Tuesday. And so, like, yo, I just, I don't want to never, like, I try to stay in the moment. I don't want to slow down that creative process. So, like, I know when I leave, when we part ways, I just got to go hit the books or push the pen, you know what I mean? So we really push and motivate each other like that. So, and Yo, the best shit comes out like that when we stay in the moment and just keep the vibe and the positive energy flowing.
And we never, ever over record. Even with a Dirt Platoon session, we never do 25 songs and then pick from those. If we tell you we're giving you 14 and we got 14 written on the paper, we're doing a 14 and that's what we're giving you.
No
doubt.
Yeah, we ain't, we don't have the liberty or the wasting rhymes and such, you know what I mean? So,
or wasting studio time at that.
Or anyone else's time, you know what I mean? More than likely, if we come and, bless the shit and lay it down, that's what it's going to be. It's in stone, you know what I mean? So, and that's through years of working at the craft, by the time we get it to that level, you know, it's basically a wrap, you know.
No doubt, no doubt. This kind of segue into what y'all was already speaking upon. Let me ask you this question, because you know the generations change, everything kind of changes with the motion and shit. So when y'all rap, like you kind of like memorize the shit first, then go in the studio, or do you have a phone, or do you go old school with the paper and the pen?
I'm old school. I'm old school, paper, pen, kind of memorizing. I'm getting older, so I'm starting to read off the paper more. Grams, he's a phone dude. You know what I'm saying?
I push the pen as well. You know what I mean? I'm from that era, so it's just convenient to write in the phone. But as far as like you know, people inquire, I do a lot of features, and you know, we do a lot of shit like that. Like, you know, I want to pen the verse before I book the studio session. So that way, in between those days in between, I'm kicking it as I'm going around and around, because, you know, for me as an artist, I prefer to have it memorized and go in there, and I can really just focus on the vibe and the feel of the track. And I think that's good advice to a lot of artists. Like, don't book your studio session until your rhyme is wrote to the joint, you know, so that way, you know, all right, tomorrow night, Tuesday, next Thursday, you know, so you can really lock in and get the feel of what you're doing by the time you go and, you know, turn the mic on and, you know, press record. So, you know, I really like to get it down and memorize down pat. So, you know, I can really just focus on the vibe, you know, and help. It really helps, like, the energy translate over, you know what I mean? That way, you know, when you're trying to keep up or you're reading it, it's like, you know, you're not really vibing with it, you know what I mean?
Hey, yo, we like mutants. I like to liken ourselves to mutants and everybody that we roll with. So we train real hard and we practice real hard. So when it's time for us to step on stage, we already got it together. When it's time for us to step in a cypher, we already got it together, and so on and so on. So we train real hard and we write real hard that when it's time for us to step to the studio, we look at this shit and take the shit as our job. We knocking that shit out efficiently, and that's in fastest time that we can to give you quality work so we can move on to the next.
Word up, yo, and same as our brothers in rhymes, you know what I mean? Salute J Royale, you know what I mean? Yo, steady killing shit, building. Snook the Crook, obviously the Mighty Dirt Platoon, Ill Conscious, Emil Honesty, you know, all the ill cats in our circle, you know what I mean? Salute my GK Mac, and, you know, it's too many to name.
Yo, everybody, yo, my man Nivik that's on here right now, salute to that brother, yo, salute to everybody, yo, that's holding it down from our city, yo.
Yo, for real. You know what I mean? We appreciate all y'all, you know what I mean? But all my brothers in rhyme are ready, you know, armed to the T, you know what I mean? Ready to take heads off, and, you know what I mean? We keep our sword sharp for sure, you know what I mean?
Definitely train hard, bro.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, you can kind of tell by the way you rap it and shit. You can tell you come very precise with your shit. So like that's definitely appreciated, especially as listen as a fan and shit. Now let me ask you this to kind of get still in between that same question. Do y'all do the one take, or do you feel it's more appropriate to do punch-ins?
I want take it, or 3 take it, or 4 tickets until I get it right.
Yeah, sometimes like I'll do the one take, like I'll go into the booth and the first take will be money. But you know, I'm not like, yo, I might tell them keep that and we'll kick it a few more times. But you know, I have punched and, you know, shit like that. But, you know, again, as an artist for other artists, you know, taking notes and shit, you know, sometimes when you punch, it's hard to match that same particular energy that you have. So I prefer to just kick it all as one thing. Plus, you know, it's something I'm kicking live, or, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't, you know, you're going to kick the shit all the way through, you know what I mean? So I think it's just more continuity and kicking the whole rhyme through and through, you know what I mean?
And I gotta say to them dudes that punch in, it's kind of crazy. So you punched in the whole song. How you gonna perform that shit on stage?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what I was asking that.
Yeah. So what the fuck you punching in the whole time on stage too? Like, I just don't get it. I don't have enough. I'm not paying for that much time in the studio. I'm ADHD. I'm trying to get in and get out. I'm moving around. I'm fidgety. I'm drinking. I'm smoking. Yo, I got to get my shit out, do what I got to do, and get to my day. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? They can't do all that type of shit because they too busy having the vocals always in the fucking background, so they can't
Yeah,
even
yeah,
fucking, you know
I,
what I
I
mean?
don't even like being in those kind of sessions. And we used to go to an old studio, you know what I'm saying? We name no names, and maybe we gotta wait until it's our turn, and we actually set in those sessions and seeing dudes punch in, or they doing the fucking new wave hip hop, and we just watching them sessions in fucking grotesque. Like, what the?
Yeah. Salute to my G Natty from the Zions then as well, because he keeps
Absolutely.
us comfortable in there, lets us, blow big spliffs, and you know what I mean, like when we get in that creative space. So you know what I mean. Salute Natty, yo. The Zions den is where it's at. You know what I mean. So
No
all the
doubt, no
local
doubt,
Baltimore MCs go holler at yo, get your shit sounding right.
Yeah, I
no
just
doubt.
shouted Natty out today online, let him know, yo. Without him, it's a vibe, yo. Him engineering these last couple albums, yo, it been a vibe. You know what I'm saying? And he always make us feel comfortable when we go in there. So salute to the Zions then, yo. Without Natty, yo, you wouldn't get some of those songs wouldn't sound like that because the vibe was so love in there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Let me ask you this question and shit, yo. Let me ask you this question. So, what you just said, like you watch how some of these new artists how they doing shit now. Do you feel you're entitled to kind of sit them to the side and be like, listen, how you doing shit and how you handling shit? It's not really hip hop, so you do this and that, or do you feel like it's more of those situations where you don't want to come off like you hating, so you kind of just let them do their thing, and you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about them type of situations?
I think I go with B. We don't really hang around those type of hip hop artists that do that. Now, if we come in contact with them at a show or things of that nature, we say what up and keep it moving, old school style. But I really don't put my mouth on what your art is. If that's your art, do your shit. We just know our shit is the real shit.
Yeah, and I'm on some grown man shit like that too, where it's like, I'm just focused. I got tunnel vision on my art. You know what I mean? I'm not really too worried about some of the other shit. It's whatever works for you. What's for one man might not be for another. So I try to remember that and keep that in mind as well. But also when I was younger, coming up through the scene, I probably was like that, where I was like telling cats like, yo, no, your shit ain't da 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 and shit like that. But I kind of got to the point where like anybody succeeding or moving or making, I don't, like you said, it comes off like I'm hating or I'm trying to throw salt on there. You know what I mean? So like, I'm happy for everybody that's moving. If you move that way, like that may not work for me and my brother Raf Almighty, but some other cat, that might work for you. You know what I mean? That ain't the real like official, tissue way to do shit. But like, that's for that man. So like, I really keep my tunnel vision. I don't say too much. The older that I get, I'm happy for anybody succeeding or moving, especially from where we come from. You know what I mean? So I don't want to look, what I look like hating on the next man. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much like hating though. Like I feel what you're saying, but I look at it like, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes that generational gap. Sometimes I feel like, what I mean, us as the older heads, whatever you want to call it, the older, you know what I'm saying? Like
each one teach one. My I don't mean to cut you off, but and I am on that too. No, we do give back. You know what I mean? I try to kick shit to the little young dudes, and there's been a few guys that try to put under my wing. And if anybody ever wants pointers or asks for, my input, I'll gladly give it. But I don't usually give it out for free and go around saying, hey, you should be doing it like this. And, because it comes off like I'm trying to be a dickhead or something,
And then where we come from and the generation that we dealing with, a lot of times they don't know how to comprehend it. So, we might be saying it in the most best, positive, most gracious way, and they comprehended the opposite. So, you know what I mean? I really kind of keep it's something called keeping your opinion to yourself and just keeping it moving and shit.
And if you're gonna be an artist, you should whatever art you do, you know what I mean? You should definitely be a good student, and with this hip hop shit, if you watch us, and see what we're doing, you know what I mean? We should kind of show you how it's supposed to go. You know what I mean? Even like you said with the live shows, we take pride in showing cats like what it's supposed to look like. You know what I mean? So like if your shit ain't looking or sounding like that, you might have to go back to the drawing board respectfully. You know what I mean?
Respectfully, sharpen that pencil a little bit more.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you can't really tell the difference between constructive criticism from just straight hating, then like, you kind of really need to really look in the mirror and figure things out anyway. Because
Yeah, I'm
if you
trying to
call me
tell
up,
you, hey yo, these computers made these dudes dumb. You know what I mean? Yo, I had to figure it out. Like, yo, we actually in the store having conversations with kids that was born in 1997.
The 2000s and shit, you know what
You
I
know
mean?
what
So,
I mean? Like, yo,
you
so
know, and if
imagine you're having a
you
conversation with a kid that I was like 15, 14 and shit, and 16, yes, was just born.
and we were smoking blunts and
Yeah,
shit,
we
you
were
know what I
smoking
mean?
already and fucking, and you know what I mean? So, I
Yeah.
mean, come on, bro. They can't really
Yeah.
comprehend. They not on our level sometimes. So, I think sometimes we be forgetting that. So,
Nah, but look,
let's
I
not
must say
forget.
though, every once in a while I run into like a young boy that's 15, 16, young dude. He's talking about Nas and this and that. I'll be surprised sometimes, yo. There is some young kids that really like do their homework or like are down with the culture and shit. So like, that's always refreshing to me. I'm always happy when I see like a young boy like, knowing his shit, you know what I mean? And it being inquisitive about the hip hop game and shit like that.
you know what it is too. It's like yo, I feel like a lot of people misunderstand and misinterpret how the shit is supposed to be played out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing if you're doing it for the love of hip hop. You know what I mean? You're gonna just do it. You're gonna take whatever comes in. But if you're doing it for the money and you can't take constructive criticism, then you're not built for that life because you can't put something out there and not expect feedback. It don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? That you can't play it that way. If you're doing it for love and fun, then you do what the fuck you want because you enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like that's the bottom line.
Word.
Well, if you're
Yo,
trying to jump in, and on our level anyway, you're gonna be doing it for the love from the beginning anyway, because you ain't gonna be getting no money from the jump. You know what
No
I'm
way.
saying? So don't think you just gonna grab the pen and or you type it in your phone and go online and voila, automatically you're gonna get bread. Nah, it don't work like that. It take years and years of training. That's why I said we train hard. That's why y'all see us right now.
You ain't fucking lying about that shit. Word,
And,
man. So I just figured I touched.
my bad. Something else is that when you do an album, when you make art, it's funny. I was just telling my man the other day. It's something like when Raf and I are working on the bag, right? It's something that's private. We don't show a whole lot of people. We keep it close to the vest. You know what I mean? It's like private to us. But once we go through that process of the creation process, it's a certain point where we put it up public. We had to let go of it basically and put it up for y'all, for the public to view, you know what I mean? And then by that point, like we're over it. We're on to the next whatever, creatively. So it's like, but it's something that's real private that but once you put it up publicly, you had to be good with that. You know what I mean? So again, another artist tip, make sure you're happy with your shit before you give it to the public. You know what I mean? So you're not sitting around saying, oh, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, something you don't like. Make sure your shit is tight and right, and true to you before you give it to anybody else.
And be sure, I'm glad you said that, Grams, to piggyback on that, bro. Yo, you got to be you making a bold statement. If, like we told you, we go in the studio, we only do 14 joints. They're the 14, we know the titles. These are the rhymes we using, these the beats, and we holding it for a whole month or 4 months or 6 months, hoping that shit, when we drop it, it bang. You know what I mean? So that's another thing, yo. Like, that's how I know, like, he's a great writer, and I'm a great writer. Bob's a great producer, because we did this shit like fucking, what, Grams, 6 months ago, 7 months ago or some shit?
Yeah, we've been done. This album has been finished for a while. I've just been waiting for it to come to light,
You know what I mean? So imagine.
I'm excited for y'all to reach y'all's ears, and we're getting positive feedback every day. People hit me from South Africa, from China, from all over the place. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's big love. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate your ear. Like I said, it wouldn't be no Almighty Grams without the fans. You know what I mean? For real. Without y'all listening and tuning in and saying, when's this shit coming? Yo, we're waiting for this and that. That keeps us,
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a very beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. Shit, word. That's definitely a beautiful thing, yo. So I got some other questions, but I figure, you know what, let's hop into the album since we on the subject anyways, because I got my point of view, y'all got your point of views, and let's kind of see what people's heads is with this new project. So First off, I wanted to add so what I wanted to ask this question answer real quick because a lot of people are dropping EPs. So like I noticed that recently. Now my thing is, what made y'all not want to split it up into two different EPs?
Confidence. We knew that we kind of knew what we was going at with the bag already. We knew what the second installment was going to be because our first album was an EP, like 8 songs or some shit.
Yeah. I would say the fans. The fans.
So I knew they already was looking forward to an album because we just gave them an EP like 2018. You know what I mean? So now it's time for a full length.
And really get busy.
I just think this was the right time. Yo, we in the right space. His pen is on fire. My pen on fire. Let's go.
Yeah, it really for the fans, yo. It was just we didn't want to gyp the fans. You know what I mean? Like like you said, the first Almighty Grams, it got Stale Biscuits on there. It's got a joint called The Root. You know, that's the prequel to the Eighth of Raw. You know, shit like that. So there's some other joints on there that are dumb fire. So, but yo, really, we just wanted to get we wanted to take the time to really get busy. You know what I mean? So like, so like I said, we appreciate y'all. This shit is therapeutic to us, but really when y'all relate to it and grab onto it, you know what I mean? It's it makes it that much more meaningful for real.
Everything, Jen.
For us and for the listener.
Well, here's my thing as a listener. So the reason why I brought that question up is because me as a listener, I told this to a lot of people that I've interviewed. The only downside to an EP is I want more. You know what I'm saying? So
as a brand or pushing a product, you want people to want having more. So, but like you said, supreme confidence, yo. We just you listen to this album, the 14 joints, and you still want more Guy Grams and Raf Almighty. No doubt. Like you said, dive into our other catalogs and other projects, and you know what I mean. So we're just confident that what we got is something that a product that y'all are gonna want to receive.
Yeah, nah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Ain't no trickery. We ain't pulling no fucking, ain't no reflective mirror or nothing. You know what I mean? With Raf Almighty and with myself, it's always been like what you see is what you get. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I like to say we're hard hat MCs, yo, we bring our boots to work. It ain't no frills and shit. You know what I mean? Like we just go to work, you know what I mean? And we are like superhumans, like yo flies and I shoot fire out my eyes and yo, we got like mutant powers.
Some mutants, yo. We definitely some mutants, yo. We work with nothing but
mutants, you know what I mean?
No doubt. I like that. See, that's a beautiful thing too about this shit, the confidence, man. Y'all know what y'all putting out. Y'all know y'all like your own shit. But that's what makes the music great. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
We drop a lot of these artists today too. They'll drop 6, 8, 10 projects a year or shit like that. Like, yo, we don't do that. Like, yo, you might get a drop once a year from us, but it's a quality drop. And we've been doing that 10, 15 years plus. So if y'all go back, like I said, we've been consistent, and that's a word that's not used enough because we're consistently, coming with that. You know what I mean? We're not going to give you 6 projects a year, but we'll give you this solid project that you could bang all year through. And it's going to be hard when you pop it in 10 years from now is what you're going to be like, this shit bangs. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of shit we like to do.
Well, you know what it is too, as a listener's perspective, man. You know what I mean? I'm an artist myself. I'm an MC. I'm a spitter, producer. But I always like to set myself to the side. You know what I mean? To really sit there and really analyze shit from a fan's perspective. Now, my thing is with that is, it's not a bad thing y'all not putting out a lot. It's more so it's actually a gift and a curse, but it's more of a gift because it gives people more time to bump it longer. And really get in depth with the shit instead of being like, damn, now I gotta go to another EP. You know what I'm saying? It really allows the artist to really listen and even memorize the lyrics too. Because it's hard as fuck to listen to a whole 14 track and then skip to a next EP, then the next EP, as opposed to really listening to that shit all week, all month, or whatever.
And also, not to cut you off or talk your ear off, is that some of them guys that release, an EP every month, another, them shits kind of get lost in the wash. You know what I mean? Like, yo, them shits ain't, you know what I mean? But the joints that we do, they're like cornerstones that you can go back and be like, the Bag, the Almighty Grams, the 537 Dolphin Street, the Consigliere, the War Medals. These are, pieces that are like, they're cornerstones that you know, they ain't going to get lost in the wash. They're going to be hard a decade from now, 20 years from now. Them shits are still going to be banging. You know what I mean? So we built them like that for a reason, you know, from the ground up. So we built
So
everything.
Me and Grams getting together is like Ferrari and Bentley coming together to make a car. You know what I'm saying? Then we got Bob to come through and do the intricate engine and shit like that. So like, this is like something that you've never seen before. This is a fucking antique in its own right. You know what I'm saying? Something collectibles item and shit. You know what I mean? So
you know what I mean? It's not going to get lost in the, you know, so you know, and that's always the aim, you know what I mean, to make something that lasts forever, that, you know, because let's be real too, you know, all us got an expiration date, you know what I mean? We ain't gonna be here forever. So like, you know, you live on, like right now, you know, Biggie Smalls has been dead for, you know, rest in peace to Biggie Smalls. You know, a lot of artists we just lost recently too. You know what I mean? Tame One, somebody is smoking, rolling a spliff right now, banging the Artifacts. And guess what? Tame One lives on, you know what I mean? So like, yo, we want to make that music. That's what we give you, that shit that, you know, one day we ain't even going to be here. You could bang that bag joint. You could bang that War Medals. You could bang that Dolphin Street. You know what I mean? That, you know what I mean?
Step right back into the reality of what we was doing, what we was in our creative space as we was creating that. You know what I mean? I think we make masterpieces.
Yeah, word up. It's it is a beautiful thing. I know y'all referenced that a couple times tonight, but yo, and all this shit too, you know, we went all around the world with this and shook many hands and kissed babies and all that shit. You know, we pulled this shit out of the air. This was just air rhymes that came from nothing, yo, and it is a very beautiful thing, you know what I mean? And we're blessed and grateful to be able to bring it to y'all and, you know what I mean, be able to still do it at this high level.
All right, so we're going to stop talking and we want to hear your question now. You know what I mean?
No, I appreciate everything y'all saying though, because it really hits home. You know what I mean? It really, really hits home because, like I said, I spit to it. I know what it's like to be the listener and have the unbiased feeling of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I can relate to everybody. I can relate to everything. So it's at the end of the day, what you guys are saying is perfectly true about too much saturation is not good for any artist. So that's definitely that point is well taken in that situation. But plus, at the same time, I had to backpedal a little bit because you guys said something. I forgot which one of you said it, but one of y'all said it that you gotta conserve your bars or something like that. Yeah, one of y'all said something like that. So my thing is with that, y'all gotta conserve shit. You know what I mean? Because if y'all writing like this all the fucking time, man, I see y'all going on for years and years and years with plenty of motherfucking heat because y'all have a bunch of installments. Y'all have a lot of installments, and plus y'all on multiple features. You know what I mean? Your names is out there, so it's very good to see y'all be able to stay fresh and not have to tap into that other bullshit with the industry and the mumble rap, and you don't have to hop on no trap beats, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, peace to Big Bob and shit in the building and shit.
What up?
Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much what I just wanted to get into that and shit. But yeah, so let's get into the album because you know what I'm saying, like. I had some questions for y'all as individuals and shit. You know what I'm saying? Pretty sure you guys got just your own answers, but I figured I'd do it separately. So let's start with you, Raf. So you got any favorite joints that stick out to you in the album?
Oh man, like one of my favorite joints is God Forbid. No particular order. God Forbid, Determination, Freelance. I like the Almighty Grams Part 1. What else? Shit, yo, that whole album, Take a Poll today, Take a Poll is my shit. You know what I mean? And I was reading a write-up, Grams. They said some ill shit. They said like it's kind of like a West Coast track, right? I never looked at it like that, right? They said it's kind of like a West Coast track and we need to remix it with B-Real and somebody else. Like they made a good point. I was like, damn, that is kind of ill. So
let's reach out to B-Real.
Yeah, every day my shit change. I'm always on the move. I'm always walking around. So I listen to music like that. So every day my joints change. But the songs that I named, y'all go check them out. They my shit.
Yo, for me, I would say 89 is probably like my favorite rhyme that I contributed. Yo, I love that rhyme. You know what I mean? I love the rawness of the joint. I like Determination. I like Freelance as well. Yo, it is a lot of joints on there. You know, Yo, the whole album is fire. You know what I mean?
It's
Really,
fire, yo. It's fire.
I'm going to ask you a question. Which ones do you like
What you
best? And
like?
also,
Yeah, which ones you like, bro?
what's up? Tell us which ones y'all are feeling. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll do a visual or build off those ideas. You know what I mean? So what y'all like.
You know what I'm saying? This shit definitely hit a little bit differently because it's like you guys even rapped on the skits. So it's kind of like, how do you have how do you really have a favorite when you know what I'm saying? Y'all even
Yeah, yo,
rapping on the skits. So
I take from our greatest. I always like to do like rapping skits. I take from Redman and Ice Cube. They always did that. You know what I'm saying? Fucking NWA, they had rapping skits and shit. So like I always like to do that, and I incorporate that with almost every Dirt Return album. So me and Grams working together is no different than a Dirt Return album. So I wanted to incorporate those rapping skits.
And I
That
told y'all,
rapping outro, we even rapping on the outro. You
yeah,
feel what
I
I'm
was
saying?
gonna
So
say, I told y'all we're hard hat MCs. You know what I mean? So like, really, we just got busy. We aimed to get busy, and that's what the fuck we did. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So
absolutely.
so yo, and yeah, it's definitely bar heavy. My man Jay Royale blasted it off, and you know tagged us, said this is bar heavy. So salute to yo again. But yo, it is bar heavy. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of rhymes. We're throwing a lot of shit at you. Gotta sit down and really dissect. You know, and plus it's two different styles and flavors on there as well. So you know, Raf Almighty and myself. So
I am gonna say this, and like this is
He
for
said,
those
speak
that
to us.
listen. This is this is for what everybody for those that listen to Rap Almighty. For a second. I'm gonna put this real quick on rap and shit. Now
Let's go.
take a poll. You switched your style up. You went in between. You flipped your flow. I ain't
Yeah.
never heard you do that shit before, and I have to say that kind of was one of the favorite joints from Take a Poll because the way
Damn,
you
thank you,
flipped
my
it.
brother. I could do that a lot. It's the style of beat. Like he told
yeah,
you, I was in the pocket with the beats. I knew where I was going at with the beats, so I knew where I was going at with the flows. So I'm glad you picked up on that. Thank you, bro.
I think he flipped it on Eighth of Raw as well, like the way Rhyme Yo even did the go and catch you, and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
He did like the
yeah.
sniff and all the, you know what I mean. So like there was definitely a lot of quotable lines on there too. You know what I mean. So, but yeah, he
Glad
did
he
flip
caught that, but he
it.
was on point to catch that though.
He
That
said
shit
it.
threw
So
me off.
that's the
I
West Coast.
thought I thought it was a whole other nigga at first, cause I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't even used to hearing you get like that. That's actually I love that because it shows your depth as an artist. Because you know what I'm saying. You don't have to be stuck on one thing. You transition into different albums, different concepts and shit. So that was dope. And as far as the West Coast shit, like you said, I do kind of see that now that you mentioned that because I mean it is called Take a Poll, so it kind of does make sense. You know what I mean? It's a hardcore joint. It sounds like an old school type of self shit. You know what I mean? So I can feel that. But also
He made me visually see that today. I was like, damn, all right, he was right. You know what I mean? Damn, that was it.
Real respected genetics, you know what I mean, and all my people from Oakland, you know, we got some ties and shit, you know, in the Bay Area and you know out west. So you know that's our people out there. So you know, I mean, definitely that's a you know I'm smoking that real respected genetic shit right now. You know what I mean? So y'all check that shit out as well. You know what I mean? And that's that rapper weed for real. You know what I mean? It's short. You know what I mean? But yo, and that was inspired. Take a Pool. You know. Was this, you know, this shit right? We were smoking some of that shit then too, you know.
Got busy.
also for those that didn't know, if you maybe you did, you didn't, whatever, make sure to check out the 89 music video. You know what I mean? It's on YouTube and shit. Make sure this page is support to that. Don't just click the motherfucking like button, share the shit. You know what I mean? Like we talk about all the motherfucking time. Share button, I mean, like button is cool. It shows, you know what I mean, here's and there. But the share button is really what shows people that you care enough to put your shit on somebody else's page, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know what I mean? That's real support.
Yeah, and if you need support, it don't cost nothing to do that, to share it or tag another friend in it or, you know, blast it
I
off.
share my favorites. I share
It
my
don't cost
favorite Big
you-
Daddy Kane videos and my
it
favorite, you
don't
know what I
cost you
mean?
nothing, you know what I mean? So please, you know, do that shit. You know what I mean?
But to go real quick back to the album though,
Let's
you know what
go.
I'm saying? I gotta say Smoke Break definitely kinda I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was expecting it to be a normal interlude and then y'all rapped on it. So that definitely that as
I
the
like that
MC
one
in
too.
me. You
That's
know
one
what I
of
mean?
my
The
joints
MC in
too.
me was like,
I
yo,
think that's one of those joints. That's the ones. Those the ones that we want to perform. Like all the ones we just talking about. I'm glad you like those because those the ones you would see in that bag show. You know what I
Yo, and
mean?
I'm making smoke break, yo. You know what I mean? Yo, we got a whole lot of joints for the Bag Live show, though. You know what I mean? Like Raf said, you know, I'm on all his albums. He's on just about damn near all my albums. You know, we did the album Perrymore together. You know what I mean? We got the first Almighty Grams. You know, we did features on other artists. You know, him and I, we probably got more than 50 tracks or some shit together. So, you know what I mean? Whenever we come out and bomb the stage, you'll never know how we might switch it up or what we might hit you with, which is always dope.
I also got to see four angles, man. Like that shit kind of bumps. You know what I'm saying? That shit really bumped too, man. Like that shit was really raw. Freelance, I definitely agree with that too. These are just some of my perspective, but it's like
I like
y'all
your
took it.
perspectives.
Y'all
I
took it
like
for
yours.
different. Y'all took it for different positions. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like you just hit on just straight street shit. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all flipped it to different angles. Cause like you said, you got God forbid. You know what I mean? That's some real in-depth shit. Like a lot of artists have trouble with that concept. Like really like trying to be positive, but still trying to keep it in the street kind of. You know what I'm saying? That vibe and shit. So I'm glad y'all
Yeah,
put
and
that
then
on.
and then to
That's
put
not
them on the
music.
mathematics, peace to the gods and the earth. You know what I mean? We saying, yo, look, God forbid, yo, you offend me.
Yo, or you get yourself
You
hurt
know what
out
I'm
there.
saying? Like you can
Yo,
take that anyway. We made that what you call that? Well, we made that you know what I'm saying? You can take that any kind of way you want to. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta think deep, listen to what we saying, and God forbid.
word up.
But always think into the way that we create things, like the way that we create things might not be the way that it's written. You know what I mean? A person might see the title God forbid and think religious. Nah, hell no.
But you
Yeah,
know,
I feel you.
also, I do think with the album, we made a conscious effort to, give you like some conceptual joints like the Eighth of Raw or Take a
Mm-hmm.
Pull, or whatever. But we did a few joints that had hook ideas and all too, But I think it's some live joints, it's some other joints on there like the Eighth of Raw, like Four Corners, you know what I mean? That I think Four Corners is dope because it's the most like spacey beat on there. Like it kind of is more, it's all Big Bob's production is real big and large, and that one is Four Corners is kind of like open and spacey more for the MC to, showcase, you know what I mean?
Nah,
Which I
yo,
think,
but on the album, yo, we ain't call it four corners. It's called four angles, right?
okay,
Yeah, yeah, okay, I called it four
Four
angles.
angles and
I
shit.
don't know what I'm saying, but Four
Yo,
Corners,
it
four
works.
angles,
It
that
works
joint.
either way though.
Yeah, that's what we called it at first. You know what I mean, Graham? That's what we called this shit at first.
All right, well, Four Corners, it's still it's fire to me. You know what I mean? Regardless, you know what I mean. But yeah. So I think we gave a nice blend of the whole thing. Like I said, consistency earlier. From start to finish. You know what I mean? It stays at that level. You know what I mean? But yeah, we really I think we gave it a nice mix of conceptual joints, and something we ain't even touch on yet is the cuts, which gave it a whole nother element. So you know what I mean, but excuse me.
I mean, y'all even dropped the B side to one of the tracks. Like, I ain't never seen some shit like that before. Like, that kind of brought a whole nother level to the shit for the album.
Yo,
So,
well,
like,
if you was on a
That's
journey
that
with me and
mystery
Bob,
shit.
if you was on a journey with me and Bob, you know me and Bob had like Fur Coats Part 1, Part 2, Eastern Avenue Part 1, Part 2, you know what I'm saying? Uh Brad and the Tramp, you know what I'm saying? So on this one, instead of us having a Part 1 and Part 2, we did a Part A and Part B. It's kind of like a remix.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you don't have tapes
But we
available.
recorded them. But we recorded them all different times. And if you listen to the part A and the side A, we got side A, side B. If you listen to them, it's a whole different song, damn near. You know what I'm saying? You got to listen to know it's Almighty Blues Part 1 and Part 2. You feel me?
We're taking it back to the tape deck era. You know what I mean? So we're A and B kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like it's that we're from that shit. You know what I mean? So that's where we take you back
I
to.
like that. Yeah, I like that though. I like that concept in general because, like, you know what I mean. Y'all doing stuff that no, I haven't really seen a lot of people doing, if at all. So,
Yo,
like,
so
at the end of
which
the day,
one you like? Since you listen to both, which one you like? Side A or side B?
I'm not going front. I think side A hit me a little bit differently, but I don't. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Maybe because it was just the beat selection compared to the part two, but I
I
kind of
think
felt the original or side A or
I
whatever
think
you
B
want.
was more aggressive. I think I might have to go
B
back and
sound
listen.
like you on a train, yo, like a train. You wait for a train pulling up the shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I look at shit in the, I visually see beats and shit. So I think side A, I was tripping on some mushrooms a little bit more, wrote that in the hotel room. So that's why I kind of fuck with side A. Yeah. Nivik said
yeah,
side A too,
yeah.
me too.
See, someone else agreed with that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
it was the feel of it. I mean, part two is more gritty. It
yeah,
definitely is
yeah,
more. You know what I mean? But part A
yeah.
kind of hit you a different way compared to the rest of the album. For some
All
reason, it
right, I'm
kind of
glad.
brought.
All right, so I'm glad. See, look, shit like this let us know, like, if we want to shoot a visual with niggas fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, that was a good question.
I forgot to mention Smoke Break, and Yo mentioned it. So I really like Smoke Break as well. You know, I mean, it's
Yeah, that
supposed to
shit
be
bang.
an interview. It's just quick, like Yo rhymes, and then I come in right underneath of him, right after him. And you know what I mean? It's Smoke Break. It just we both ended like Smoke Break, you know what I mean? And that's it. It's just quick, it's done and gone, you know what I mean? And that joint is fire, we may be, putting a visual together for that one.
That shit
Yeah, I
was good.
mean, you could combine videos and shit. You know what I mean? Have the smoke
Yeah,
break.
yeah, hell yeah. We can do what we want. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
break it into something else. You know what I mean? So yeah, word. I like that idea. You know,
I'm not gonna front though, man. I would like to see a smoke break side B. You know what I mean? Like they do a little remix flavor to the same idea though, or maybe even take the whole vocals, just do a whole nother.
Yo, we was thinking about doing a remix to something else and shit. And I ain't think about that remix to Smoke Break and throw who we was thinking about throwing on there, Grant.
yeah, we was even going to take the four angles.
Nah, nah,
See,
don't tell him. No, don't tell him
I
and
mean,
shit.
we're putting different
Nah, nah,
MCs.
hell no. Nah, 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 nah.
So, but y'all, and then Big Bob's on here. If you want to do a remix to
Nah,
Smoke Break,
we'll figure that out on our own time, B. We'll do that on our own time. That genetics got you telling.
put that in the mix.
Yo, I'm kind of surprised though. I'm surprised Guy didn't mention Four Angles, like specifically being his favorite, because he's calling it Four Corners. So you know it kind of hit him a whole nother
Yeah.
way.
He calling it the original. That's the original title. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't really see what I did until the end. Like he was saying, I quarterbacked this a little bit. So some of the things I call audibles at the end. You know what I'm saying? So the corners got changed into angles,
He's on
side
his
A,
executive.
side B, shit
He's
like
on his
that.
executive producer shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yo, and that's cool. Let's work. As long as we get this shit done and it turns out, proper and right and tight and right. You know what I mean? I'm with that. And I think
Yeah.
you did a great job at executive producing this album.
Yeah, because I'm loving the response, man. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, with that being said too, with that title, man, y'all should do some exclusive side vinyl with it labeled Four Corners. Some exclusive limited edition shit, just for those, you know what I mean? I really love that track.
Yeah,
Word.
yeah, you got a lot of going on. Yo, shout out to Dro Pesci, shout out to my man Big Moon, shout out to Big Bob, shout out to my partner Guy Grams, yo, for assisting us on that one, yo. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all brothers and I love y'all brothers. And when we came, the idea of Four Angles was just trying to hit them with some MCs that we fuck with. That's our friends. See, a lot of niggas be doing like collabs and features with people they don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Or it's for the bag, or it's for the look, or whatever. Yo, these are people that we sit down and smoke with and talk to and have their phone numbers and chop it up with and, really care about. So I knew Moon for years, you know what I'm saying? I knew Grants for years. I knew Dro for years. And why not combine all those four angles and put it together with over a big bar beat? You know what I'm saying? So that's what that came out. And we hit y'all from all different angles. And it's four different styles. Peace, God.
Word. I love the chemistry with that, man. You know what I mean? Cause y'all all flow together. Now, Actually, I was gonna ask this question too, based on that song. Did y'all all work in the same studio for that to get that energy flowing, or was it more like y'all sent the verses to each other after y'all? You know what I mean? Kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, me, Moon, Grams, we was together. Dro, he flew his track in.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know
It
what I
sounded
mean?
natural though. It sounded damn near like y'all was on the motherfucking same room. You know what I
Yo,
mean? Like it
well,
was.
I mean, yo, like I just told y'all, these are our brothers. We brothers, we friends, we know each other. I rhyme with Dro and Dirt Platoon, been doing shows for years together. You know what I'm saying? So he knew what I needed.
Salute the
Yeah.
drug.
Yeah, salute to Dro Pesci, yo.
Yeah, peace to him, yo. He got bars too, man. Don't yeah. I think people be sleeping on him sometimes, but he got motherfucking heat. That's a fact.
Their
Straight up
fault.
and down.
Their
Facts.
fault. Because
Yeah.
hip
But
hop is smack.
He been nice. He been nice
Yeah, he been
yeah.
nice for a long
You
time.
followed the underground scene, especially New York shit, you know what I mean? You came across yo, you seen yo, you know what I mean?
Shout out
So
to
yeah,
Staten
Definitely,
Island.
he deserves them flowers, man. 'Cause he be holding it down for New York, straight up and down.
Yeah, shout out
word.
to the
My man
island.
is consistent. Just like I said earlier, yo, every time you see him when he comes right. You know what I mean? So, you know, and he's a good
Facts.
dude. Salute.
Facts. Facts. I had to mention one more honorable mention, man. Pay homage real quick to guys, man, because like that 89, the way you set that fucking shit off, though, man. Yeah, you motherfucking shut the shit down, yo. I'm not gonna front like that shit was real fucking live. You definitely did that shit justice, bro.
Hey, yo, you
Word.
know what? And the one thing I want to say about my brother Grams, right, that I appreciated on his album, right? Like he told you, I rushed him a lot of times, so he didn't even know. Like, yo, we going to the session, and this session is a freelance session, but I slipped in the beat of 89, and I'm like, yo, Grams, you got something for 89 too? So he like, yeah, all right, well, you set it too, all right, Grams, yeah. When we got in the lab, he really succeeded and hit the task, hit the nail on the head. So, like, I rushed him a lot with this album, yo. So I appreciate you saying, like, the songs that you're talking about and you mentioning, yo, my brother did his thing on it, yo, and I appreciate him for that. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew I had his back also.
Word, yeah. And I appreciate you, you know what I mean, for throwing me the oop and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So, yo, it's definitely all love, you know what I mean? So, you know, we're gonna keep that momentum going and you know, hit them for the next round, you know what I mean? But yo, and yeah, salute to the DJs. I know you ain't get there, you know what I mean? But yo, the DJs really put a different flavor to this album. You know what I mean? It's a lot of cut work on there. To me, it sounded like the DJs, you know, it's a few different DJs on different tracks. Sound like they were kind of going at each other, like, you know what I mean? Like battling, like on our, like we're just in the way. They're fucking murdering it. So like, yo, the DJs killed it. Salute to all the DJs and Big Bob, Elite Sound International, you know what I mean? But really it gave it you know, we do cuts, you know what I mean? We're hip hop, you know, hip hop raised me. So, you know, we love cuts and, you know, we have that in our catalog, but, you know, there's cuts on everything on here, you know, it's cut heavy as well as it's bar heavy.
That's what made it fucking hip hop, bro. Like
I was about to say, I was letting them speak, right? I was letting them speak, and I was doing them my honor. I ain't mean to cut you off, but respectfully, that's the elites. That's the way we do it. When me and Big Bob get together, it's the beats, the rhymes, and the cuts, or it's the beats, the rhymes, and the hook. But if we're going to have some cuts, we got to make sure they supreme. So, you know, I knew I was bringing Grams along for this ride, so I wanted to make sure the cuts were supreme. I know how he feel about hip-hop just as well as I feel about it. So we took our time. Salute to every DJ who put their hands on this project.
We definitely hit the mark with the cuts, for sure. You know, that's what I'm
definitely some marksmen.
It really gives you that third element, because you could, some people like production, you know, with music. Some people like to really listen to the, you know, intricate rhymes and flows and, you know what I mean? And Raf and I, we give you that, you know what I mean? Like, yo, Raf's always with the high, crazy energy. You know, I like to get a little scientific with it, but yo, I gotta get big and loud in there, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I really like the 89. No, I appreciate you. The beat sounded aggressive. That's just where it took me, you know what I mean? Like I just like a ton of bricks dropped or something, you know what I mean? That's just, I just went in on it. You just, the way that it took me. But really, so like the third element is the cuts. You know what I mean? So like you could like the rhymes, you could like the production, and you could love the cuts. You know what I mean? So like, or you could love all three, and you know what I mean, and it's a classic. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what we put in the formula with this one. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's crazy hip hop elements.
I mean, I like a little catchy hook here and there, you know what I mean? But someone rapping over the shit. But I feel like the scratch it is hip hop. You know what I'm saying? DJ Marley Marl, like, you know what I mean? Really having the old school throwback if you want to bring it in like that. You know what I mean? The Rakims and all that, you know what I mean? All them albums were classics for a reason. The scratching, the elements. And this shit definitely was there.
It fits our style. And it also fits the rawness like of our style. You know what I mean? Like I think the cut element fits perfectly. I agree. Thank you.
Word. This shit, that's what made it dope. It had fucking everything. You know what I mean? It wasn't like y'all was just...
and not to add, let me add this, yo. Like, yo, we had no fucking adaptation or anything involved with the cuts. That's salute to Big Bob. Big Bob got with the DJ and made sure that the cuts was right. Chris selected what DJ was going to cut on what song, what it was going to sound like. So I don't want us taking any credit for the adaptation or the adding of the cuts or the DJs on those tracks. We just said which ones we would like cuts on, and Bob handled the rest.
Yeah, let me correct myself real quick, because when I say y'all, I definitely include Big Bob in that, because y'all unit. So just to correct myself real quick, so he not get twisted.
I know. I just wanted to make it known. You know what I'm saying? Give him his flowers too. You know what I'm saying? And give DJ Sight for LD all and I think it's like 4 different DJs on here. You know what I'm saying? So give all of them their props, yo. You know what I mean? They did their thing.
Yeah, Big Bob is a fucking beast with the beats, man. Like every time he touches the beat, bro, like I feel it. Like I love the way he drops his shit, especially all the projects you previously worked with him. Like that's not excluded either. You know what I mean? Just talking about
this all one pot. We all mixing it in. And when it comes to the beats, Bob sent me a fucking a folder of beats, and I sit down and intricately pick it out. It's me and my motherfucking clipboard, and I'm picking them out and I'm writing on my wall, and I turn into a scientist. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you get afterwards, yo. You know what I'm saying? You get shit like the bag after that.
Yeah, I mean that's how it's supposed to be, man. And not for nothing, y'all go perfect with him. You know what I mean? It's like the perfect duo, straight up and down. He's the DJ, you know what I mean? He's the DJ producer, he's the background, and then y'all's the whole entirety around that. So it's like all y'all work together on some Voltron shit. So you know what I mean? It definitely works that way. Like it's just dope, man. And I know Big Bob puts a lot into this, man. Shout out to him, straight up and down. He puts a lot into this shit. Like for those that see him, this man is out there regularly, just fucking doing what he can. He's working with dope artists like y'all, and you know what I'm saying? Just gotta pay him flowers for that, man. Because this project, fucking banging. You know what I'm saying?
Canada, you know what I mean? There's definitely like a lot of ill shit going on in Canada as well. So you know what I mean? So it's always dope to connect. You know what I mean? And we appreciate you as well. And Big Bob, yo, much love. You know what I mean? Yo, definitely did his thing for sure. He's an integral part.
Another thing I wanted to say about this album, yo, we gave you a lot of those bangers because, like I said, this album is one of those ones that is tour ready. You understand what I'm saying? So we can step on stage and we can pick any 5, any 6, any 3, any set wise, timing wise that you add us, and we could just pick any of those tracks and go out there and rock you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing, yo. This is tour ready, show ready, and y'all get ready because the bag, we coming.
We might come to a town near you, you know what I mean? Absolutely. Like wherever you're at, and it don't matter if you're in bumfuck wherever or Japan or whatever, you know what I mean? We could be coming there, you know what I mean? So, we definitely could pull up, you know what I mean? So we don't play no game. Now,
let me ask you this question real quick. Y'all planning on here in Canada, his home base and shit, and do a tour out there?
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I'm basically saying. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. You know, Raf, I don't like to talk it until I know everything is already confirmed. So you know what I mean? We ain't gonna drop no secrets. But yeah, stay tuned, man. Stay
We got
tuned.
we got passports and all that. You know what I mean? So you
Yeah.
know when it's all in the works. You know what I mean?
Word. That's dope, man. Yeah, hell yeah. That shit will be ill, man, seeing y'all out there dropping this shit. Then Big Bob, you know what I mean, in the background, smiling, cracking a smile like, yo, this is motherfucking banging. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling in the
Actually,
background.
I wanted to go out there because man, Bob got to shoot a couple videos. You know what I'm saying? I still wanted to get a couple of them with him in there on the trilogy project. You know what I'm saying? Us getting busy on a couple videos on this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
So
Bob got
yeah,
that fire too. He got that
it's
fire
yeah,
too.
Bob
So
got that fire. Canada in general got that fire. So you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
right,
get down there, touch down there, blow
man.
some trees, and sign
Word
some
up.
autographs, sell some CDs and some shirts and shit, and get some music off.
Shake hands and kiss babies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's no blunt. You know?
Yeah,
Word.
I don't think people really understand how fucking lit Canada is, man. I've been working with cats from out there since fucking early '90s. Yo,
Mhm.
Canada gets it fucking popping, and we ain't just talking King of the Dot. You know what I mean? The battle song. We talking. They really got dope producers out there. They got dope hip hop artists, and they huge fans out there too. Though they support a lot of us more than most of these motherfuckers. So
Mm.
Yo, you're 100%. Yo,
Yeah, I
for
was about to
real.
say, how can I follow that? You said a mouthful right there, my brother.
Definitely, show a lot of support and love, coming that way. So, we like to say we go where the love is. So, you know what I mean? You're definitely going to catch us in Canada. So, but you just got to stay tuned for the, logistics and, what I mean?
no doubt, no doubt. I can't wait for that shit. Word. So, but yeah, man, yo, on some real shit, like I said, for those that haven't checked the shit out, man, the bag, definitely check that out. I mean, there's a whole fucking story behind the title too, man. You can't, yeah, you know what I'm saying? All y'all need is a comic book to fucking complete the whole situation and shit. Like that shit is ill, man. Like I like how y'all put this together, man. Like I said, it's this the track for everybody. That like it's just raw, straight, street in your face shit. There's a lot of conceptuality to it, and there's also a lot of different frequencies for people to tune into. So definitely want to put that out there. And, you know what I mean? Definitely check out. Is it on Big Bob? It's on Big Bob's website, right? To cop the album and all that, and all the.
Hell yeah. And then once it's gonna land in America, yo, he's shipping the package over here real soon. So you know what I'm saying? We my regular motto, yo, meet us in your city. Yo, if you're close, we'll knock on your door. We'll meet you in the alley near you. You know what I'm saying? Me and Grams, yo, and I wanted to add this. He's just not my rhyme partner, he's my friend. We brothers, you know what I'm saying? I knew Grams, me and Grams don't connect just on hip hop. We connect as on a different frequency. So to make a project with him or to be able to create songs with him and make this magic that we've been doing, yo, this shit is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And it's only gifted by the Almighty. So anytime that we put together something, it's going to be dope. And thankfully, Big Bob is one of my blessings also. So, yo, when we put this, I knew no matter when we put this out, no matter what time of the year it was, no matter who else was putting out an album, even though we put it out in a great week, look how great hip hop been since we put out the bag. You know what I'm saying? We lost a couple people. Rest in peace to all the MCs that we lost since Halloween to now. But yo, we dropped this album on Halloween, and any other album that came out, yo, they've been getting love, and we've been getting love, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this is a blessing, yo. So salute the guy Graham, salute the Big Bob, and salute to myself, bro. The bag is out right now. EliteSoundInternational.com. Yes, you can find it there or digitally anywhere music is sold, bro.
Yeah, all digital streaming platforms, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
For
man.
sure.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, I gotta put y'all on your toes right quick, you know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all MCs and shit, so I figured I'd ask this and see if y'all down with it, man. Y'all down to drop some bars or some shit?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You know what I
Grams, go
mean?
ahead
That's
and
what
drop
we
some
do.
bars on them, yo. I'm drink my Guinness on.
All right, let me see. Look. Hey, yo, push the rhyme like a fly ride. Your raps are clouded with arrogance. Top two, dead or alive without the comparisons. If we ain't some of the nicest, fuck it, then God strike us. Where you off-writers and bite us down like a moth-ritis. You might rap like Shaq, but you don't ball like him. He ain't nice. Y'all like him. Fuck it, then y'all hype him. I don't really give a fuck about this popular shit. Off contestants, without question, they ain't rocking like this. Kick this shit for the listeners. You stuck with the stink face. This Blue Notes breaking big bucks out of Brink safe. This the genuine article. Shit you pen is inaudible. Ascended up the pinnacle, the penny inaugural. The pursuit of false profits resulted in loss of revenue. Breathe the heart in. It's the street pharmacist. Ain't no halfway crooks. What your plea bargain is. We live and die for this shit, bitch. I need this art to live. What up? Let's go.
Yo, got him. Saluting the name from Louisville to Spain. The great thing as the hairs grow gray in my mane. I'm revolutionizing this game. Fans find pleasure in me putting my pain. The more kissing the rings. The queens all bow when I reign. And crumble all my tree up on the tray when it rains. Please, Father, don't make me hurt him. Had a dream, Rip said it in his eye. See, he meant it, so why? See, minute this poem on the bark of a tree. Handcrafted so you know that it's me, my G. Defeat MCs with great ease. Put a generational curse on the future of your seeds. You should never mislead the public. Deserve a 38 slug to your stomach. I know some niggas dead. Live still love it. A drop top for Rorio boiling on a budget, motherfuck it. Salute.
Yeah, buddy, it's the fuck I'm talking about, man. Yeah, yo, that shit is crazy, man. Y'all got fucking bars, man. Straight up and down. You made my motherfucking week, yo. Straight up.
Yo, man, well, look, yo, salute to my brother J Royale. I see you just joined, bro. Salute, my brother. That's one of our mutants right there, too. You know what I'm saying? So you can catch us 3 on tour right now, man. City near you.
Word up.
So if that was the next question, that's what's next. What shows is next? Yo, us 3 on stage, promoting this bag project. Grams working on some nextness. Yo, you know, I got the trilogy projects out right now. War Metals is still out right now. So it's like, that's what we got going on.
You know what I mean? J Royale got his shit about to roll out soon. You know what I mean? It's hoodie season. So, you know, we get ready.
That's out right now. That's out.
Oh, the decline's out, but the next rollout, you know what I mean? So I'm getting too deep, you know what I mean? But
that's
yo,
what I'm saying. Hold up.
And we got hella work, you know what I mean? Just tap in. You know, Baltimore dudes definitely be doing it different. Like you said, there's a lot of rappers, a lot of shit to sift through. But you know what I mean? If us Baltimore guys, yo, we got something a little different for y'all. You know what I mean? It's definitely genuine and authentic. You know, we appreciate the support that we've been getting collectively and individually. You know what I mean? So if you don't rock with, if I ain't your flavor, you know, maybe my brother is, you know what I mean? Or vice versa, you know what I mean? So just tap in with us, you know what I mean? And yo, we're going to keep moving and keep, you know, head cracking them, you know what I mean?
Stay tuned. Yo, salute the ESI, salute the Big Bob. Yo, rest in peace to Keisha and V. Yo, everything that we do from this time and right now is for y'all. Salute to my whole team, yo, and we appreciate the love. Supreme always checking in. Yo, you the first interview, yo, and we appreciate you, my brother.
Yo, I appreciate y'all, man, straight up. And I definitely appreciate Guy, man, because I know this is his first time on the phone and shit. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this live shit, you know what I mean? I'm a caveman on the, you know what I mean? I'm online and shit. If you hit me, I'll hit you back. It might take me a little bit to, you know, figure all the shit out, but you know what I mean? Reach me on the Instagram, Guy Grams Music. You know what I mean? That's my website as well, guygramsmusic.com. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? I'm still a work in progress with the technology. But as far as the raps go, we're murdering everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely a sharpshooter, yo. You can catch me if you want to find me or you want to comment or you want to just buy anything from me or say what the fuck is up. Hit me on Dirt Return on Facebook, yo, David Raf Marcus, yo, on Twitter. I don't know my fucking Twitter thing, yo. It's a little different. That shit, I'll be switching that shit up. But you can find me on Twitter also, yo. I don't do none of the Snapchat, no TikTok, and none of that shit. You know what I mean?
But you can definitely reach out to us, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? So, and we'll get back at you. You know, we appreciate each and every person that taps in or tunes in or even motherfuckers that be hating. You know, we appreciate y'all too. You know what I
Without
mean?
them, it'll be no us, yo. Family, friends, haters. Without y'all, it'll be no us, yo. We appreciate y'all, yo. If you don't got nobody hating on you, yo, you ain't doing nothing great.
Yo, facts. That's facts. You're right about that. But yo, once again, man, I appreciate y'all time. I appreciate the fucking project y'all be dropping. The shit is fucking as real as can fucking be. Shout out to Big Bob once again, man, because he be putting together
Luke, ball, what
fucking
up?
monster projects, man. Monster projects and shit. So make sure y'all go check out the bag. You know what I mean? It's on platforms right now. You can cop the CD, show your support, man. Make sure to cop that shit. And
Nah,
yeah,
yo, CD, no, look, check it. It's gonna be CDs, vinyl, and cassettes, T-shirts, stickers. You know what I mean? We got our little man. You said something about the comic book. We got a little bud. We got the little Almighty Grand.
Yo, we might have
You
so you
been up
never
on that.
try to give them something special, something different. You know what I mean? So with the war medals, we did the pins and the patches. You know, the war medal pins and the patches and whatnot. You know what I mean? They go with the vinyls and shit like that. So we always try to do something special. So and yeah, we're definitely gonna give them something. The comic book idea, I really like that.
Yeah, I really like that too, yo. You gave us 2 dope ideas tonight. Salute, Supreme.
Yo,
that should be. I mean, because y'all talking about being mutants, so you know what I mean. Like I could straight see some.
That's what we are. Our whole team. We told you. We named everybody in the team. Everybody that we roll with. Everybody that we consist of. Yo, they all different. They all have different mutant powers. Bob is one of them. Also, you know what I'm saying. You might be one of them, bro. Didn't you play some bass on one of my joints? Did you do something? What you did something on?
Yeah, I contributed to fucking this one actually. I did a little bass line of the '89 shit.
You did something on '89 too?
Yeah,
you did something. I thought you did something on Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, I did. I forgot the name. Fucking Bullseye. Bullseye.
See,
man.
look, he did something on Bullseye, and you did something on '89 too. What you contribute to '89? You did a bass line on there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it ain't nothing crazy, but I enjoyed it.
See, look, but look, to you, what's small to you was great to us. You understand what I'm saying?
That might be something like your listeners need to know, you know what I mean, as well. So, if they dig what we're into, to know that you're contributing to, behind the scenes and, in the sound and, the vibe of what we provide. So, that's dope.
It was well put together, man. I was just glad to be a part of it. I was blessed by the shit y'all was spitting on it in general. So it was like, you know what I mean? I was like, that's a fucking blessing.
You know what I mean? You don't even be knowing, right? Look, and this how intricate and how organic it be, right? Yo, we didn't know Bullseye was going to be the first single. We didn't know '89 was going to be the first single.
Bro, and you contributed to
see?
That is.
That's crazy now that you said that, because I didn't even process that shit either, man. So
I'm a fast thinker. I'm an MC, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you contribute to my fucking singles, bro. Good looking out. I appreciate you more than you think.
That comes from us building on. We build as we connect. We add on. You know what I mean? So shit like that, it's just all full circle. You know what I mean? So then that's what it's about. You know what I mean? So. Get involved, people that are listening, get up off the couch, get if you want to do something with your life or make a move or, do production or, what I mean, get up and.
Or add a bass line, add a cut, add an idea.
Add on, you know what I mean? Add
write
on.
down the definition of a word. Do something.
I'm just glad it was a bass line, you know what I mean? Because it would have been awkward as fuck to be like, yo, I threw a hi-hat in there.
Now, I wonder if I was banging the fucking, you know what I mean, cowbell or whatever, I'd be like, yo.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
word. Supreme. Yo, we salute you, yo. We appreciate you, yo. Thank you. Keep this going on, yo. We'll be on here with the next project, bro.
Yes,
hopefully, look, pull up to one of the shows. You know what I'm saying? Pull up to one of the shows. We'll be near you real soon.
Yeah, we got the album release party.
The album release is next month. You know what I'm saying? The album release is next month. In Philly at Crate Diggers. It's the 11th.
Word. The 11th December. You know what I mean? So anybody in the area, come out and build on with us and roll up and you know what I mean? And we're gonna rock it down. We'll have albums and shit too. So.
No doubt, man. Well, nothing but blessings to y'all, man. I'm glad y'all accomplishing your dreams. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad y'all positive. Y'all holding it down for the hip hop scene. You know what I mean? Like this is what hip hop's about. This is why I enjoy discussing. I can't even call it a fucking interview, bro, because it's like we building. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, we getting in depth with the shit y'all dropping. So I'm definitely grateful to be able to take this opportunity with y'all. You know what I mean?
Likewise, brother. Likewise.
Yeah,
So,
for real.
But we definitely gonna touch up the next one y'all dropping shit. But meanwhile, this shit's gonna drop on Sunday on YouTube and shit for those that might have missed the shit.
Okay.
But yeah, y'all got anybody you want to shout out or anything else you want to mention before we drop out?
Yo, all the family that we mentioned, yo, you know what I'm saying? We do our salutes in the beginning, yo, because we love our troops, yo. So salute to everybody that we mentioned in the beginning. Yo, salute to all your listeners, salute to all your viewers, and yo, thank you for the opportunity once again, Almighty.
Yes, sir. Yo, same, yo. Salute to the listeners. Salute to you for, having us and also knowing enough to ask us, real in-depth, like, good questions and whatnot. You know what I mean? So, but yo, salute to everybody. Like I said, yo, we are, like you said, yo, we shouted out, what means something to us. We already, we mentioned it already, but you know what I mean? Yeah, anybody that supports us or, the listeners, people that tune in and, see our names on something and tap in because, they see we're a part of it. So, you know what I mean? Just everybody, you know what I mean? Much love, you know what I mean?
Salute the baby Grams, yo. Salute my babies, yo, Legend and them and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the ones we forgot. You know what I mean? Kaya, you know what I'm saying? Nah, Jay, you know what I mean? Bella, all of them. Salute our babies, yo. Lord Rashad, all of them, man. Salute the Lord Munchie, all of them, yo. That's what we do it for. Yo, we doing it for the babies for real, yo.
Facts. But no doubt, man. Yo, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend, man. We definitely gonna stay in contact. You already know what time it is, man. It ain't
Yeah,
just
we get together, yo. This our brothers, yo. We'll get together. Stay tuned, yo. Videos coming soon before the weekend is over, yo. Salute to the fans, yo.
Salute.
Thank y'all.
No doubt. So I'm gonna holler at y'all in a few, man. Y'all be safe.
Peace, Brain.
Yo, y'all stay safe. Everybody stay safe out there. Peace.
No doubt, yo. Peace and blessings. Peace. That was the homies, Guy Grams, you know what I mean? Raf Almighty. Make sure to check out the bag, man. I'm telling you, I've been listening to this shit all week, man. Shit's fire. It's got so much into it. It's like you had to rewind. You know what I mean? Just point that out there. And even the fucking interludes got freestyles on it. You know what I mean? So for those that missed the earlier shit with the questions that was asked, this is going to be dropping on YouTube on Sunday for those that missed out. You know what I'm saying? So you get another opportunity to listen in. Shout out to the homie Big Bob, man. His productions is fucking crazy. His album is crazy. Salute to everybody that's been tuned in. Salute to everybody that's been checking out the page. Make sure to subscribe on the YouTube as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got all my past interviews and stuff like that. So I hope y'all have a great weekend. Once again, shout out to the sponsors, Snow Wounds, Creative Juices Music, Elite Sound International, of course, Blaze 'em Up Radio, you know what I mean? Vinyl Frontier, Smiley the Ghetto Child, the whole nine. Everybody, peace and love.